Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Rosewater. And in the last episode, guys, we were able to stop a con man from poisoning people with a quote-unquote magic spring. And we found out a bit about what happened to Dan's friend Petey, why he wears blue, and helped him make a nice little memorial for his friend on the riverbank. And we are chugging along on our journey. So let's go ahead and we've talked to everyone. Can we actually play some cards?
A deck of cards helps pass the time.
Let's play some Tonk. That's like my favorite card game.
How about a few hands of poker, boys?
Sounds good to me. What do you think, Danny boy?
I don't have anything to bet with.
We don't need to play for money. Only our honor at stake. What could be more valuable, huh?
Yeah, let's play.
Let's do it then.
Is there an actual game? Because that would be amazing. Probably not, though.
Hell of a game, boys.
Folks, we're making a brief stop.
Any particular reason we've stopped, Miss Johnson?
I needed to stretch my legs. You might take advantage and do the same. We're off again in about 20 minutes.
Come on, Danny. Let's go have a look at that oil derrick.
Excuse me, ladies. I have some business to attend to.
Both of you can do as you like. Just stay within sight.
Actually, I'm curious about this machine. Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
Okay. What do we got?
Tools of the trade for an oil worker, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Can we...
I don't need to bother them right now.
Ah, they're talking shop. Head to an oil derrick, huh?
Somebody's out here sniffing for a fortune.
Or just digging a very deep hole.
Funny how the best things are often found in the lowest of places. Come have a look, Harley.
Hello down there.
Hello.
Up here.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Afternoon to ya. What brings you folks to Cormac's oil rig?
Just passing through, friend. I was just saying you've a fine setup here.
Thank you, sir. It pleases Cormac to hear that. Sit tight. Just needs to make a slight adjustment. Then Cormac can come down for a chin wag.
Okay.
Whoops! Ah!
Oh, God.
Oh, damn! Clumsy Cormac.
Jeez, are you all right?
All right. Right as rain. Not upright, though, no. Good thing you folks is here. Hates to be a bother, but Cormac is in a pickle. Could you, lend a hand? Cormac would be ever so grateful.
Okay. You know what? Hold on. What do we see on that? Yeah, you know what we need? Some rope.
This rope could be useful. Tools of the trade for an oil worker, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's... Here you go, Cormac.
I've got this rope. Try grabbing onto it.
Whoops!
Damn!
Jake?
Can you do anything with this?
Sure. I could lasso our friend and pull him over to us.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll take it.
Hey now, here's some progress. But how you getting Cormac down?
Danny?
Hmm?
Got any idea what to do?
I know what we need to do. I just don't know how.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Let Cormac go? Okay, I need to... Oh, hold on. Let's search here.
There's lots here, but nothing I can see that will help.
Ladies, we've had a spot of bother.
Sorry to interrupt, but
What is it?
there's a man at the oil derrick in dire need of help.
What happened?
He's caught on a rope hanging upside down. We're trying to get him down somehow.
And what do you want me to do about it?
Is there a ladder in the wagon?
Not anymore. Sorry.
I'm not sure what you can do, actually.
Thought as much.
That man at the derrick still needs help.
And what do you want me to do about it? Thought it.
Okay.
Tools of the...
I'm not sure what we need to be doing here.
Nothing to say, really. It's a long way down.
Yeah, it is.
All right there?
Aye, but Cormac will feel much better once you finish getting him down!
Sure.
Looks extremely heavy. I hope it's secured.
Oh, wait. What was that?
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
How are you holding up?
Oh, just fine, my dear. Barely breaking a sweat.
Okay, Jake, there's nothing there, nothing there.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
I've had another idea. Let Cormac go.
If you insist.
Oh, hey now, what's going on?
I'm rethinking the situation.
Well, Cormac's rethinking things too. Lots of things.
Oh, what do we do here?
I've got this rope. Could you lasso the gentleman?
Now?
Yes, now.
Maybe Danny will do it better than Jake can?
Well, now we're shaking. How's about getting Cormac down?
Yep. Okay.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Any suggestions what to do?
That rope doesn't look too thick. Should be able to cut through it. The trick will be keeping our friend from falling headfirst into that pit.
Got anything on you that could cut rope?
Afraid not. One of the others might.
Okay. Now, of course Lola would have a knife.
Sorry to interrupt, but
What is it?
do you have something sharp enough to cut rope?
Sure. My hunting knife.
Could I borrow it for a spell?
Only if you swear to be careful with it.
On my brother's grave.
Take it then.
Okay, here we go.
Tools of...
Ah! Okay, and... give it to Jake? Or do I need to do it?
I got this knife from Lola.
Perfect. I can throw it and cut our friend down.
You good with knives, then?
Oh, sure. Even used to do some knife and axe throwing in my show. But audiences prefer the gunplay.
Time to reprise your knife-throwing act. Wow us.
Oh god, here we go.
You got him! Let's pull him up, quick.
Is he okay? Did we not break his leg?
Whew, that were a close one. You've saved Cormac. Many thanks.
It was nothing.
Are you all right? We have a healer with us if you need doctoring.
Oils well, but ends well.
No need to trouble yourself. Cormac's feeling all right.
Cormac loves referring to himself in the third person.
How come you're doing this clearly dangerous work on your own?
It's not so bad. Cormac's used to this sort of thing. Cormac used to be a sewer worker in New Britannia, you see. It's all the same, really. Digging around in muck, tending to machinery. But Cormac's got more friends these days. Mud's much nicer to be covered in than sewage.
Cormac only pawn in Game of Life.
Before we go, anything else you're in need of?
Well, you said you was passing through. Whereabouts are you headed?
El Presidio.
In that case, you'd be doing Cormac a great favor if you took this letter to someone at Vespuccia Petrol. Their office is in El Presidio.
Vespuccia Petrol, you say?
Aye, they's Cormac's employer. Been wanting a progress report on this rig.
Sure, we'll take the letter.
Appreciates it.
Cool.
All right, we'll be going now. Promise you'll take more care.
Aye, Cormac will do his best. Farewell, and thanks again for helping old Cormac.
Just had to get the right person to hold the rope. And we are approaching Wrath Valley. I said 9 days, so... Is there anything new we can talk about with anybody? Nothing... And don't want to talk to Lola.
Phil?
Harley?
Now we've got some time. Care to tell me about how you came to Vespuccio?
I can appreciate your curiosity, although it is painful to relate. But you may as well know. I had assembled Lieutenant General de la Vega and several of my men in Jicotea, a small village on the Loyola River. We were preparing an operation to liberate the nearby town of Caballo Viejo. The Spanish army had it under occupation for some weeks, seeking intelligence on our movements. But before we could act, they struck without warning, without mercy. They did not confine themselves to fighting armed revolutionary soldiers. Old men, women, children, all were valid targets in their eyes. All held collectively responsible for resisting imperial rule. Victory was out of the question. We were hopelessly outmatched. Many brave souls laid down their lives to allow innocents a chance for escape. As civilians fled the village, I led the retreat north with Lieutenant General de la Vega. We gathered what we could of our forces from other positions along the way. It was clear that the army would relentlessly target any village known to harbor revolutionary cells and administer the same treatment. I left Jicotea a smoking ruin. I could not allow that to happen again. Temporary exile was the only alternative.
I like the De La Vega, which was Zorro's last name.
Just how temporary has this exile been?
A little more than a month now. I find it not so easy to keep count of the days.
So, this revolution, what exactly is it you're fighting for?
What does any man who is oppressed fight for? Freedom. Simple as that. The imperial government has grown fat on the labor of the masses. They torture and imprison anyone who dares speak out against their abuses. My people and I are straining to throw off the yoke of colonialism.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Let's get a story from Jake.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
You think that charlatan at the spring learned his lesson?
I doubt he'll be trying that little scheme again anytime soon.
Looks like we have some time on our hands. How about a story?
Sure, why not? It was 1842, and I'd been hired by the sheriff of Bleachbone Gulch to track down some cattle rustlers. It was a long and winding trail, but by following the signs, I finally tracked down the stolen herd and the rustlers' camp. So I went back to town and gathered up a posse. 4 able-bodied men, plus myself. That night, we went back under the cover of darkness. We had the element of surprise, but we were outnumbered 3-1. Before I knew it, the shooting had started. It was a long and bloody gunfight. In the end, yours truly was the last man left standing. I drove that whole herd on by my lonesome. They were all back home by dawn, with not a head missing. Lost some good fellers that night. But that was the end of cattle rustling in Bleachbone Gulch.
Hell of a story.
Now there's plenty more where that came from.
I appreciate the chat.
Anytime, Harley.
So if we do our
Get up here a minute, would you?
our math correctly, that was 20 people.
What's going on?
I don't much care for the looks of that sky.
No? Looks fine to me.
Give it half an hour and it won't. There's a dust storm coming.
Oh, Lord.
We need to seek shelter fast.
We can't just stop and wait it out on the wagon?
Even secured, there's a chance it could blow over. I'm not risking it. There's a house up ahead a ways. We'll stop and see if we can shelter there.
All right. I'll let the others know.
Ooh, looks like a fine establishment.
Lola wasn't kidding about the storm picking up. Is someone living here?
Let's...
That sky is bad news.
Yeah, it is. Sandstorms are no joke. I've been in quite a few of them.
Hello? Anybody home? No answer. And wouldn't you know it, it's locked. Good thing I've got these lockpicks. Oh!
Hi.
Can I help you with something?
My companions and I need a place to ride out the storm. We thought this house was abandoned.
Well, it's not. But how many are ye?
There's 6 of us. That's our wagon back there on the road.
Well then, go fetch 'em.
You're sure?
I won't have ye blow away on me porch. And you'll be keeping an old man company. So long as you're not bandits or thieves, are ye?
No, sir. We're fortune seekers. Of an honest sort.
Then we'll be getting along just fine. Now, get your folk in here quick, before we all get whisked to Kingdom Come.
One of my favorite graphic novels.
Appreciate you letting us ride out the storm in here, sir. Mighty good of you.
Ah, of course. As I told your mate, I'm glad for the company. Welcome to me home. I'm Captain Philip Boylan.
Pleasure's all ours. I'm Jake Ackerman. And this is Miss Legere, Mr. Luo, Mr. Marquez, Ms. Redbird, and Miss Johnson.
Fine-looking crew, sure. And not to worry, there's plenty of space here. I've a spare room upstairs and a settee in the library.
So, Captain Boylan, would that be a sea captain?
Aye.
We're a long way from water. What brought you out here?
There'll be time for trading tales soon enough. For now, I'll be needing some assistance. I was about to start supper. Seeing as I'm setting extra places, I could use a couple more hands.
I'd be glad to help.
As would I.
Ah, grand.
Looks like you have your kitchen crew assembled. Thanks for stepping up, you two. Have fun.
All right, shall we? The rest of ye, make yourselves at home. I'll sound the gong when supper's ready.
Yeah, I wanted to explore a little bit.
Seems a nice enough feller.
Indeed.
He must be lonely to take in a bunch of strangers like this.
Maybe. He seems like a kind man.
I do not know about you, but I am curious to see this library. See you all at dinner.
I'll be upstairs.
Let's make sure we get out of here with all of our organs intact.
Ooh, exploring a spooky old house. What fun.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Harley.
Okay. Ooh, he's got artifacts.
If I had to guess, I'd say this came from someplace in Africa. Captain Boylan sure has gotten around.
He blessed the rains down in Africa.
A seaside landscape. I'm detecting a theme.
No Cthulhu stuff, please, though.
An impressive weapon. Locked. I should leave it be. Don't want to upset the captain. A painting of a harbor. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Indeed. It's from Lamplight City. Library? Oh, wow.
It seems the good captain is an avid reader.
No kidding. Who's that?
Palace, I believe.
These shelves are full of ship's logbooks. Captain Boylan had a long career. Nautical adventures, war stories, medieval romances, and frontier tales. The label says Barbados rum.
Ooh, good taste.
A poker for stoking the fire.
Harley, what are you doing? We are Captain Boylan's guests, not common bandits.
I'm pointing and clicking, Phil.
That's a nice instrument.
Isn't she? Very finely crafted. I wonder how the captain came by her.
We're in the middle of the desert, but it feels like we could be at sea. I'm no expert, but it looks old, foreign, and valuable. Such an intricate design.
Must have taken ages to carve.
A gentum jug.
Say that 5 times fast.
Some kind of navigational instrument. I haven't a clue how it works. Atlases, travelogues, and naval histories.
A little bit of everything.
Classical dialogues, poetry, and natural philosophy.
And I think that was everything here. Oh, wait, no. Oh. Probably should talk to Phil. What do you think about this, my friend?
Admiring the captain's collection?
I am. Such curious objects.
Don't know when dinner will be complete, but maybe. We'll be able to explore all the house in the meantime. We know there's a fireplace poker and a locked door. Oh, wow.
The plaque says the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan.
My Corona.
The port of Gascon, if I'm not mistaken. Been years since I've seen it. A plain old sea chest. I shouldn't be snooping around. Not without a good reason, anyway. Hey, I've seen this sort of thing before. I believe it's called scrimshaw.
So, ship, whale, pelican, lighthouse.
It's got an old sailing ship on it. It's been carved with a whale design. It's got a seabird on it. A pelican, I think. Someone carved a lighthouse onto this.
And then blank, light etching, line with dots, and squiggle with dots. Anytime I see like multiple items like this, I feel that there's a puzzle ahead of us.
A ship in a dense fog. It doesn't do much for me.
Time to check the rooms.
This is the water closet.
That is the toilet. I see. How about in here then?
Wasted no time making yourself comfortable, I see.
My back's been acting up lately, you know? Truth is, it's been a while since I was out on the road like this, camping with only a bedroll every night. Guess I got used to inns and soft mattresses. And there's a decent bed in the show wagon. Now, it ain't like I've gone soft or nothing, just, you know, showing my old bones some love.
That's fair. I can respect it.
Nice to be able to freshen up. Ah. Storm's still going.
I'm glad we found a safe place to stay.
Evocative scene.
Don't stare at that painting too long or you'll get seasick.
Speaking from experience.
Let's just say I'm glad it's on the wall behind me.
Some people get motion sick really easily. Now, are you going to give out because I'm searching through drawers?
Functional little nightstand with storage.
Let's see.
Hey now, don't go snooping around in there. We don't want to get on our host's bad side.
He'll make us walk the plank. Alright, let's head in here.
Miss Johnson, there you are.
Yep.
Can you see anything through that spyglass?
Just the wagon. Wanted to make sure it's standing up to the storm.
And is it?
Seems to be. Excuse me, won't you?
I love a good telescope. Oh. Does that mean dinner is served? Yes, indeed.
I can't remember the last time this table was so full. How are you finding the fare?
Not bad.
Most satisfactory.
The very soul of rustic simplicity. Quite simple and, unadorned.
And no adornment needed. My compliments to the kitchen. Helpers included.
In any case, it's been a real pleasure having a proper meal at a table.
Been roughing it then?
And how? A campfire don't compare to this.
Where are ye folks headed?
El Presidio.
Ah, I used to sail out of there.
Ooh.
Since you know the city, have you got any advice for a first-time visitor?
If ye ask me, and you did, the heart of the city's the wharf. You'll not see a more eclectic mix of folk anywhere else.
You said you sailed from El Presidio, Captain Boylan?
Aye, for many a year. I used to captain a whaler.
No kidding. You must have some stories.
A fair few. I could tell ye about the largest beast we ever snared. The one what took me leg.
Go on then, tell us.
Story time.
Back in 25, we was circling a lagoon off the coast of New Spain. We were on the point of giving up, when suddenly, a great monster breaches off the port bow. She was the biggest I'd ever seen. I shouted the order to launch the whaleboats in pursuit. Me men put all their backs and all their hearts into rowing, and soon we was on her. All around, the water was churning white with foam. The beast surfaced again so close, we nearly capsized. But the harpooner had steady legs, and a steadier aim on him, and he struck true. Then, the battle began. Oh, how she thrashed and reared. Somehow, the rope got wrapped round me leg and pulled and tore almost clean through. I thought I was a goner for sure, but it wasn't over yet. At last, the beast tired out. We hauled her in just as it was getting dark. Cutting her up was no easy job. She was 50 foot if she was an inch. Got a good sum for all that oil and blubber. But it wasn't only the whale went under the knife that night. Doc cut me up too. Taking care of what little was left of me leg by that point. Saved me life.
Quite a tale.
That poor creature.
I doubt you'd feel that way if you met one yourself, Missy.
How about we just finish our dinner? If anybody has an appetite left after that story.
Aye, fair enough.
Seemed like a whale of a tale. Isn't that like how Nemo or not Nemo,
No,
Ahab?
that was a fine meal. And a fine meal should be followed by some fine rum and conversation.
Yar.
Care to join me in the library?
That sounds like a perfect way to pass the evening.
I'm going to retire. Sounds like the storm's died down, so I'm bunking in the wagon.
You sure that's a good idea, Miss Johnson?
I'm sure. See y'all bright and early.
That's her home, after all.
Sure you won't have some rum, Miss Redbird?
I'm sure. Thank you.
And for you, Miss Leger.
Don't mind if I do.
Glug glug.
A toast to new friends.
Cheers!
Slancha.
Damn, where'd you say this stuff came from?
A gift from an old friend in Barbados. Best rum in the world, in my opinion. Got plenty more in me cellar. You're welcome to it. Now then, Mr. Marquez, I had a question for ye.
I may have an answer.
Am I mistaken, or are ye of the new Spanish persuasion?
I am, yes.
Ha ha ha! Grand! I'd like ye to have this.
Oh, I was giving him the guitar. Let's go.
To an old friend of mine. New Spanish, like yourself. He used to play the most beautiful music. He left her to me when he died, but I always felt she should return to her proper home, as it were.
I'm honored.
Suppose I ought to have asked if you play.
In fact, I do. A little bit, anyway.
Go on, then. Give us a song.
Very well, but let me tune her first. That should do. Now, let's see if I remember.
Just a little. Humble brag.
Goodness, that was beautiful. Where did you learn that?
Thank you, Harley. I had a tutor as a child. My father insisted I learn to play something, so I chose the guitar.
Well, ain't you just full of surprises?
I think this calls for another round.
Here, here.
I'm gonna get sloshed.
It's been a grand evening. But this old salt needs his beauty sleep. Stay up late as he like. All I ask is he not disturb me in me quarters. I'm not a light sleeper, but I can be a right bastard when startled.
I promise we'll steer clear and tiptoe quieter than the angels. Good night, Captain.
See y'all in the morning.
Night, Captain.
Don't know about you folks, but I ain't ready to bed down just yet.
Yes, the night is still young.
Let's say we have a couple more rounds.
The rum's all gone though.
Captain Boylan said he had more in the cellar.
I'll just go fetch a bottle or two.
That's how all these nights start. I've been there. Could either be the best night of our lives or the worst.
Bad news. Cellar's locked.
Oh, chingada.
Guess the party's over then?
Not necessarily. Harley, would you be so kind as to apply your skills to our little problem?
Oh, Lord. Well, he did
Sure, I can get that door open. I've still got my lockpicks, so it'll be a cinch.
Atta girl. Let us know when you done it.
So we're going to repay our host's generosity by doing some lockpicking. At least we're not breaking the door down or anything. But we will go ahead and do that, guys, in the next episode. I'm curious where this is going to go from here. But if y'all like the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.